Do you know what happens when your entire identity is wrapped up in you as a sports person, or you in that one bracket of your life? You end up with a whole lot of damage happening. So what I want to do is introduce you to this new performance triangle. Now, in this new performance triangle, there's 3 key parts which make it really, really simple for you to be able to focus on. And that way it helps you to take your performance to the next level, because if we're just solely focusing in on that one part, that one aspect of our life, it is actually leaving us really vulnerable and really open to going down the drain. So the first key part of this new performance triangle is about you identifying that you are more than just that one dimension. So it's the first part is that danger of a one dimension identity, because what you want to look at is you as an athlete. So you've got to broaden that identity. Who are you in the rest of your life? Think about it as if you created an entire wheel of your life. So you've got these different aspects. Now that entire wheel is made up of every single aspect of your life. Who you are as an athlete, who you are as a auntie, uncle, cousin, bro, doesn't matter who. And all of these other areas, you and your career, you and your normal friendships, you and every aspect, your health, your wealth, everything in life. And is it nice and even? Does that wheel run true? Because if you're just focused on one aspect, it's going to be a hang of a bumpy ride when you are just focusing on that one side. And so what we want to look at is to be able to look at that bigger aspect. It's such a trap that athletes get into. It's an athlete identity trap. And I do not want that for you. So think about it at the moment, just to check in right here, right now. Where are you at with every aspect of your identity as an entire person, not just as an athlete? The second part here is about building your performance resilience. What we want to do is to perform at an even higher level, and to be able to do that, you've got to be able to step in and out of that performance level. You've got to be able to have those other areas of life that you can step into. Great example of this is someone like Roger Federer, who will be there in those times of tennis, and then he used to step away. He would spend time with his family. He would go skiing. There's so many other athletes, when we look at it, when they've got this worked out, when they've got that performance resilience worked out, when they're able to step in and out of that performance zone, they're able to allow themselves to really build up and bring it when they're in the middle of performance, and they're also able to step back and dial down and ease off mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually in those other times. So you want to build that performance resilience of knowing when and how to be able to step up and step into that performance level. So number 1, we got danger of that one-dimensional identity. The second part in here is building that performance resilience. And the third key part that comes in here is for you to be able to manage that social media athlete. Because, hey, there's 2 different factors happening in here for feedback. There's the feedback we get on social media, and then there's the actual specific performance feedback that we get as well. Do you have those boundaries in place? Someone like Naomi Osaka has put that in place. She suffered for it because she didn't do it before. Now she's put it in place. She's a lot stronger mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. She's put those boundaries in place. I will not focus on that side of the social media. I will focus on what's happening here in my specific feedback about my performance. When we're able to identify those 2 parts of it, to go, you know what, I'm going to put boundaries on here. Only spend a certain amount of time on social media. Remember that everybody else out there has got their own ideas, their own perspectives of things. They're not in there at the coalface with you. What it is going on there in your head, what's happening in the crowd, what's happening with the opposition. They're not there. They've just got their own ideas of what they think might be happening. So it's a story that's made up. So what we see is that social media, we've got to be able to put the boundaries in place so we can leave it out there, and then obviously take on board what it is that's really going to help build up in our own performance. So this new performance triangle, the danger of that one-dimensional identity. The second part is building that performance resilience. And that third part is being able to manage that social media athlete. So if you need a hand with these, if you want to put those boundaries in place, if you want to be able to step in and out of that competition level, if you want to build yourself up so that you know that you have those other parts of you. You're not just that single identity, you're a whole person. We don't want to put all our eggs in one basket. So, if you want a hand with that, if you want to create yourself as that full, whole person that's going to take your performance to the highest level, DM me. Check out the other videos that are in here. Create yourself as the best version of you that you possibly can be. And when you take that new performance triangle to its next level and you implement and you keep learning and testing and practicing, that's when you're going to find you're going to get the goods.